If I could get everybody's attention, we'll go ahead and get started. Can you all hear me okay from here? All right, oh, good. Thank you. Well, first of all, I want to welcome you to our nation's capital. We are honored and delighted to have you here, and very much appreciate Dick and Eric and everybody who's been so involved in making this possible. I understand that for many of you, this is your first trip to Washington, D.C. Is that correct? How many is this your first trip? All right. Well, welcome to your nation's capital. We're delighted, Senator Walden and I are delighted to co-host this breakfast and to have you here. I want to say what a profound honor it is to welcome you here to the U.S. Capitol as you begin what will be a few very busy but important days ahead. I also want to take a moment to thank the chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, Chairman Buck McKeon, who is not with us. You don't have to look around to find him. He's back out in California. But he controls this room. He is the chairman of the committee. Now, I saw somebody trying to take the gavel and pretend to be chairman.
That would be Joe.
Yeah. Man, good thing Buck wasn't here. A little coup in progress. But as you can see, the portraits of former chairs of the Armed Services Committee, some of whom I served with, including Bob Stump from Arizona, who was a World War II vet and has passed away, and Duncan Hunter, probably the most recent you would perhaps know. So we've had a terrific line of Americans serving in this role. I want to thank the volunteers, family members, and guardians who have helped make this special trip possible. I want to especially recognize Klamath County Commissioner Al Schweitzer. We're delighted to have the commissioner with us today. I also want to recognize Frank Pennock from Bend, who I know passed away while waiting to come back here. And I know that he and his family are in our thoughts and prayers. And we wish that he could have made the trip. Our thoughts and prayers are with Walter Nicholson from Redmond and Glenn Winkler from Prineville, who I understand could not make the trip due to health reasons. That's why it's so important what Dick and others are doing to get veterans back here from World War II. My own parents have both passed away, as have my wife's. And so we understand the fragility of life and how important it is that you have the opportunity to see the memorial that it took us 2 acts of Congress to get built. We finally said, just build it, and they did. I also want to recognize my wife, Malene, who is back in Washington this week for the First Lady's Lunch, and delighted that she would join us. Her father served in the Korean War and was a veteran of that conflict in Korea. In this group of 27 World War II veterans from our great state of Oregon, the heroes in this room have collectively seen many of the famous American battles and campaigns of World War II. From Iwo Jima and Okinawa to the beaches of Normandy and the banks of the Rhine, they served in all theaters on water, land, and in the skies all over the globe. From the bitter cold of Alaska to the steamy South Pacific to the arid deserts of North Africa. I understand 14 of you served in the Navy. I thought somebody would break out in song, you know. 11 served in the Army. 1 in the Army Air Corps. Is that correct? There we go. 1 in the Merchant Marines. You were signalmen in the Philippines, served on minesweepers in the Pacific, and fought in the Battle of the Bulge. And Jack Wilson, who I understand is feeling a little ill this morning and not here, but will rejoin the group from Bend, landed at Omaha Beach on D-Day and was in charge of a fleet of 39 ambulances, trucks, and jeeps. And he'll be 97 years young next week. Bob Maxwell, my friend from Bend, smothered the blast of an enemy hand grenade by jumping on it to save his buddies. For his bravery, he was awarded our military's highest distinction, the Medal of Honor. Bob, you're always a great inspiration, not only to my generation, but to all generations and to all Americans. Thanks for your courage, your bravery, and doing the right thing. It's impossible for us to properly express our profound respect and appreciation for all that you have done for America. It's also impossible for us to repay the profound debt that we owe to you, for it is because of your bravery and your actions that we have freedom in America. It's a small token, but you'll be getting a copy of a congressional record statement that lists all the names of those who are here on this trip and pays tribute to your service to our great country. We also have flown over the United States Capitol a flag in your honor, and a certificate will be enclosed. They'll be handing these out soon. But we have a certificate of authenticity, so you'll know the flag actually flew over the Capitol, as well as the congressional record statement to take. We appreciate your service. You know, you joined more than 63,000 veterans from across the country who, since 2005, have journeyed from their home states to Washington, D.C., to reflect at the memorials built in honor of our nation's veterans. And when you go down to the World War II Memorial, you'll see just how spectacular it is. And as you observe the bronze sculptures and reliefs and all, know that Oregon has a special connection there. Valley Bronze was one of the subcontractors that actually did a lot of the bronze work. So from out in eastern Oregon, Wallowa County, and now Union County, both they actually did a lot of the bronze work. I want to just say that we are humbled by your courage. We're inspired by what you did, and we are honored to have you here. As a nation, we can never fully repay the debt of gratitude owed to you, to your honor and commitment and sacrifice in the defense of our country. What we do in these buildings every day, what this city represents to Americans and freedom-loving people from around the world, and indeed the very beginning of our democracy, we wouldn't have any of it today if it wasn't for what you and your generation did for us. I think I speak for everyone in this room when I say that it's an honor to thank you in person. It's truly humbling to be in the presence of so many of our country's finest heroes from the greatest generation. Thank you for your service and sacrifice to this great country. God bless you, and God bless America. Now, before I, thank you.